Welcome to Subramani. Is this a buying opportunity in Indigo or is it a selling opportunity in Indigo? It's a difficult question to answer, right? So what has been happening is in the month of December. I mean, it started maybe on 3rd or 4th of December. Indigo, India's largest airline. By number of planes that they operate, by market capitalization, whatever. I think it's among the top 4 or 5 companies in terms of market capitalization among airlines. Is been having flight disruptions across the country with erratic cancellations and delays persisting into 4th December for sure. 5th December also I'm expecting it to happen. There are videos showing how the Indigo staff on the ground is unable to handle all the issues, which is bound to happen because they fly about 2,200 flights a day, and obviously there has been a lot of cancellations. This is very funny that when things can go wrong, it will go wrong. There are three things which have gone wrong. One is internal operational glitches in Indigo, which were anyway needed some more help and upgrade. If you're growing at this pace, your HR, your training, your recruitment, everything has to keep pace. Your salaries, your ESOP, whatever, however you want to incentivize, everything has to keep pace. I don't know what went wrong, but operationally they have some problem. Second is the new rest rules by the Civil Aviation Ministry, which is for X number of hours that you have worked, you have to have so much of rest. Which is a good thing to do because otherwise companies tend to exploit. But also remember that the pilots and the crew are very strongly unionized, so they make all these rules continuously so that more and more pilots are recruited, and if they don't do that, then there's a chance that the employer will exploit them. This is bound to happen in any very specialized skill, right? So where entry, you have to make the entry and exit very difficult, and the annual license, the renewal for pilots is also expensive. You can't keep 5 lakhs per year, or renewal for school teachers, right? You have to keep it at that high for pilots so that you restrict the number of people who come in. But that's, I'm getting into the politics part of pilot supply and crew supply. Now all these rules and regulations have also come into effect now, and there has been a system upgrade, and Airbus has said there is some sun outage, and that has also caused some glitches. Now all the three factors, one is self created by Indigo, of not being able to operationally handle so much of growth. Second is the Ministry of Civil Aviation implementing rest rules at the peak of the traffic. But I do not know when it was notified and when it should have been implemented. But I think any such implementation you should do during non-peak time. No point in, I mean, November to March is peak airline time in India. Foreigners are traveling to India, Indians are traveling within India, and it's a marriage season. Marriage season means people charter flights, people book 20, 30 tickets from each. I mean, if the marriage is in Jaisalmer or Jaipur, people are flying in from Chennai, Mumbai, Delhi, etc. It's a location, right? It's a location wedding which people do in a particular. So every marriage, even assuming 500, 600 people are coming in, it means 1000 seats, right, coming and going. Now all this peaks around this time, so there is always already a shortage of seats, and all these three factors combining is bound to take its toll. Now the problem is not just when you miss an airline, or you miss an airline seat, you are unable to reach. Let's say you were supposed to go to Nagpur, and from Nagpur you were supposed to go to Tadoba or any of those tiger resorts, right? Pench, Kana, wherever. Nagpur is the tiger landing capital. Now, which means you are not only losing the money of the ticket, but you are also losing the booking that you have already done. You have already done a booking for the hotel, you have bought permits to go into the forest, everything takes a toss. Now, if you are from Bombay and you know this is going to happen, you can maybe book a train, Tatkal, or drive down. It's not impossible, but if you are coming from Chennai to Nagpur, it's going to be much more difficult, right? If you're coming from Delhi, you need to have a vehicle, you need to drive down. It's not going to be very easy for everybody, which means all the linkages, the loss is not just your 5-6 thousand rupees that you have paid for a Bombay Nagpur ticket, but maybe a lakh and a half for all hotels, and maybe hotels you can get some refunds possible, but the permits that you have paid to go into the forest is gone. The money that you have paid to the caterer and to the venue rent, etc., everything is gone, and it's not small amounts, right? So in Jaisalmer or Jaipur you could have paid 1 crore rent, apart from the food and catering and all that, right, for a wedding. That is the kind of money that is at stake there. So can you charter flights? Maybe, but are there enough charters available? Are there enough planes available? Are there enough pilots available? That's a question to answer. As of today, as of 4th of December, at least 73 additional flights were cancelled, apart from 150 cancellations which they did on 3rd of December, contributing to at least 1200 disruption in recent days. This has obviously led to chaos in Delhi, Bombay, Calcutta, Bangalore, Chennai. Calcutta may not be so much. Kolkata may not be so much, because not too many people go to Kolkata these days. Mamta Banerjee is the only person there, but not too much of traffic to Kolkata. But yes, Bangalore, Chennai, Bombay are all suffering, or Mumbai is all suffering overcrowding. People are standing, shouting, screaming. But the smaller towns are not impacted so much. So maybe your ticket to Lucknow or Allahabad is still good, but your Bombay, Delhi is going to be impacted more. So long waits, missed connections, inadequate communication from staff. So very clearly, in case of Indigo, it is very poor HR. The people are not so happy that they say, oh my god, let me bend my back and do good for the company. That's not happening. Very poor PR. Nobody knows what's happening. The announcements are erratic. I don't see any statement coming from the management in the media. We do not know when it will be set right. I am making a trip in January. Luckily, I am going to Nagpur by train. So I don't need but sometime in February, I am making 2 trips to Chennai, and both are by Indigo. And I hope that things get right by then. Social media is flooded with complaints from passengers saying such and such a thing is happening. I'm so lucky that I made a longish trip to UP, and with my mother. Now, when you are going on such trips with your parents or somebody who's 80, 85, 90, it's going to be very difficult waiting in the airport for 5 hours, 6 hours, 7 hours. So you just cancel and go back. But you can't do that if you are urgently required to attend a wedding or things like that. So is the wedding cancelled? Is the wedding postponed? No idea. Now forget the social part and all that. Is it a good time to be buying Indigo? Because if suppose everybody sees this and says, wow, it's a great opportunity to go short, at a particular point it will become worth buying. But if everybody looks at it and says, wow, this is the time when everybody is going to be selling, so let me buy. On both sides you will find, because you know that this is a glitch. You know it will get set right in 5 days, 10 days, 15 days, 20 days, maximum 1 month. They would have set it right. Indigo has capacity to train fresh pilots, so they will get pilots. Yes, you will lose pilots to Emirates. Yes, you will lose pilots to Saudi. You will lose to Cathay Pacific or whatever airline in the world. You will lose people because you're not the best paid. But you have to if you constantly can create supply of pilots, you'll continue to do well. Remember, you're still getting more planes, you need more pilots, you need more staff, and the Indigo has the capacity to create that. So if you can look at it positively and say, wow, it's a time when the price is available way below 6,000, maybe it's available for 5,000 because the market has fallen, or Indigo share has fallen, so 5,000 is a good price to buy, because I know EPS will get recovered in maybe 6 months. But yes, this is a bad time to be missing, because it's the best season for them. So you have to look at it from your point of view. I am already a shareholder, so I am not going to say what I'm going to do. At a particular price, I'm a buyer. At a particular price, I'm a seller. So I don't have a view on this. I don't want you to say that I bought Indigo because you told me to. So I'm not really talking about the price of Indigo, but at a particular price, it will be attractive to buy and at a particular price it will be attractive to sell. No, I'm not talking about numbers at all. I think the price is about 5,700 or something like that. I've not seen today's prices, so 5,600, 5,700. You choose your poison. Thank you.